Everyone that's saying they cannot get approved for shops either are lying to you or don't know how to do it. And today I'll be sharing with you all that I know when it comes to getting shops approved. So the first step, and possibly the most important step, is creating your Facebook page. When it comes to creating a Facebook page, you have to make sure you understand what you're creating. Your Facebook page is basically the brand of your shop. One of the shops I've created recently was moe.capital, and it's basically a shop where I sell a lot of supplies, make it easier for a lot of people, like everyday people that are going through Facebook, to buy supplies, whether it be towels, napkins, bibs, baby bottles, strollers, anything that's convenient for the everyday person. I just make it there and accessible, but I find it from better suppliers and cheaper suppliers. I'm just making it accessible to the public. Now that you kind of have an idea of what your niche or your brand is, whether it's going to be moe.capital or whether it's hardware tools or camping gear and stuff like that. Now that you have it, you create a title, description, and everything surrounding that niche. Later, I'll explain why this is really helpful when getting the shops approved, and that's closer towards step 3. So pretty much all you have to do is basically create a page, pick a niche, and surrounding the page around that niche, you're basically almost making your own entire brand. Keep in mind, creating a page is really simple. All you have to do is follow the steps on Facebook. All you have to do is click next, add your personal information. Click next, add photos, descriptions, and titles. Click next, and you're gonna basically keep clicking next until you're finished. So here's an example of the page that I created, moe.capital. And with moe.capital, I made a nice title and description. I added some photos. I still have to add more photos. This is a new page, but this just shows you a good idea of what you're creating. The title, the description itself is basically suited to welcome the buyers and customers to your page. You basically want these people to be reoccurring people, and not only reoccurring, but you want them to follow and like your page. This shows more credibility when it comes to selling through your page. The second main step is basically aging your page. So we're still basically on the subject of the page, but aging it's an entirely different story. You have to make sure you get the good amount of followers, likes, and basically interactions with that page so that you get approved with shops. Some easy ways to do it is just joining Facebook groups. Some Facebook groups are basically created for things like this, where you join and people will follow and like your page and in support of you doing the same for their page. Or you could also basically do what other people are doing, which I'm not really too keen of, and that is buying followers and likes. I don't really like that. I like the organic route, doing things the right way. After you already join as many groups as you possibly can, you're not really getting that many followers, feel free to basically share the page with your family members, your friends, anybody and everyone you basically can or have access to, because you're really trying to grow a business, a brand to where you're selling. As long as they like it and follow the page, they don't really need to buy, they don't really need to do anything else. It's just helping you get to that next step to where you could start selling and basically growing your commerce journey. So, and the reason this is all under aging your page is because you have to make sure you grow your page, because it shows credibility. It shows that you're active in their community. It shows that you're actually doing the right thing to growing your brand. And this basically increases your approval for shops tenfold. If you try to do basically an application for shops without a page, you're most likely not going to get approved unless you do another method, and we're going to get into that soon. So when it comes to aging your page, be sure to get the likes, follows, and interactions with your page. Don't forget to also make new posts and basically share with as many people as you possibly can. So finally, now that we have our foundation set by creating this page, now what you have to do is basically apply for shops. How do we do so? When it comes to creating your Facebook page, you do have to reach a certain requirement of followers and likes. This may vary on the person. I've gotten accounts approved with only 20 followers and maybe 10 likes, but the accounts that have had more followers and more likes have gotten approved a lot faster and without having any type of setup process at all. So pretty much as long as your page is set up, you're getting likes, followers, and you have that interaction and traffic going through your page, you're pretty much going to get approved right away. All you have to do is basically, when you go to your Facebook page, go to manage shop or type on the search bar facebook.com/commerce_manager, and then it's going to show up on your page, and right there that's where you're going to put apply for shops, and you're going to basically try to publish your own shop. It's going to ask questions such as your name, your business, banking information, your address, maybe social security, EIN number. It may vary depending on if you have an LLC or not, but all that information is going to be there when you do apply, so be prepared. That's pretty much all it takes to basically get shops approved. There are other alternate methods to doing these things, such as, let's say if you, instead of making a Facebook page, you create a Shopify account. And this has basically proven successful for many people, but you do have to pay for Shopify. This is basically a separate thing, so you have to actually know how to set up an actual Shopify account, or you could pay someone to do it, but this is additional cost. I think it's a lot easier to do a Facebook page, and most people could basically set up a Facebook page instead of setting up a Shopify account. Also, many people do buy followers, they do buy likes and traffic. I personally don't like to do that. I'm more organic driven, so all of my sales are organic. I don't really like running ads, so are basically my traffic. Also, another problem with buying followers basically is that you have a lot of followers, but now you have no engagement. You want that engagement, you want the likes, you want the traffic going through your actual page to where you show legitimacy to Facebook themselves, so they approve you for shops. Because at the end of the day, Facebook software will be able to detect how many followers you get, how much traffic, but also what's the interactions they're doing to your specific page. And lastly, of course, you could buy Facebook accounts that are already created. There are many accounts out there that people have that are just spare accounts they never use, and they'll most likely just sell it to you so that you could have their Facebook page that has over 10,000 followers, 5,000 followers, and those get instant approvals as long as you create the page successfully and correctly, like it's suggested in the first steps. As you see, it's really simple to do this, and for people who basically don't make it this simple, they really don't know how to do it, or it's not really clear to them how it's done. They might have gotten shops approved by accident, or they probably gotten approved through basically approval from Facebook, but if it's not through these steps, they're basically either don't know how to do it or they're explaining it the wrong way. Please go out and try this yourselves. I really believe this is gonna work. I've done it for over dozens of accounts, and if you do it yourself and get approved, please let us know down in the comments below. I want many people to basically see that this is basically a proven step that anybody could do it themselves. If you have any questions or concerns, whether it may be about the steps in the video, please leave it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.